My world. My earth is a ruin, a planet spoiled by human species. We multiplied and fought and gobbled until there was nothing left, and then we died. We controlled neither appetite nor violence. We did not adapt. We destroyed ourselves, but we destroyed the world first. Humans have found many ways to destroy the earth. One of their greatest inventions to aid them with this has to be plastic.
I'm the director of the Percy Fitzpatrick Institute, but I started here as a student way back in the 1980s, and my master's project was looking at the impact of plastic ingestion on seabirds. And in those days it was quite early when people were starting to worry about plastics in the environment, but also started just getting some idea of how much plastic there was on our beaches and how much was drifting around at sea.
Human beings always try to find ways to make their lives easier. Thus plastics were invented for storage containers, for carrying groceries in bulk, for medical use in needle syringes, and for several other useful reasons. However, when plastics reach our ocean, it becomes a completely different story. The Two Oceans Aquarium in Cape Town has witnessed a few incidents where plastics have harmed animals. We chat to Simon Lee from the aquarium regarding this matter.
We as humans living on this planet are the only animals in the world that create, use and throw away plastic. That means we're the only ones who actually know and have a conscious understanding of what plastic is. As an animal, when you find food, you have to make sure that you eat all that food so that you have energy to survive until your next meal. And animals like turtle, like our Bob, our turtle there, they eat a large portion of their diet, almost 80% of their diet is made up of jellyfish. And we can tell, being the ones who know what plastic is, we can tell the difference between plastic bag and a jellyfish. They don't. Bob, as a special case, he ingested a whole bunch of plastic bags. It nearly killed him. If he hadn't been donated to us, he would not have survived. We managed to keep him alive by force feeding him until he could pass the plastic. But unfortunately it still caused problems. It actually affected his brain. He had a buildup of toxins in his system because he couldn't poop. All the plastic was clogging his gut, and he ended up actually going blind in both of his eyes because of a meningitis that formed on the brain.
Plastic is not only harmful to marine life when ingested, there are other dangers involved.
In terms of the ecological impacts, the most visible one is the entanglement problem. So animals that are doing their thing in the environment get tangled up in some kind of piece of rubbish. And because that rubbish doesn't break down, it impedes their motion or their growth to the point where it can injure or kill.
100,000 marine creatures a year die from plastic entanglement, and these are the ones that were found. Approximately 1 million seabirds also die from plastic objects. A plastic bag can kill numerous animals because they take so long to disintegrate. An animal that dies from a plastic bag will decompose and the bag will be released. Another animal could fall victim once again to the same bag. There are believed to be 46,000 pieces of plastic in every square mile of the ocean. Many parts of the world have been working relentlessly to make sure that plastic bags are banned. Hayley from the Two Oceans Aquarium has been doing her part. She has a campaign running called Rethink the Bag.
The Rethink the Bag campaign has a vision of a plastic shopping bag-free South Africa. Doing a bit of research online and seeing what the effects are of plastic shopping bags. So it's about a bigger picture, but as I said, it's easy to start with one thing. So for me, it was about plastic shopping bags.
Tangible plastic is not the only thing that contains harmful chemicals. There are other unknown waste materials, such as microbeads.
Microbeads are small pieces of plastic that are used in personal care products to give you good exfoliation or cleaning. And they used to use natural products like salt or sugar or pieces of ground nuts, but because you couldn't standardize the shape and smoothness of those, you could only use them once a week, say, as a face scrub. And when they started using plastic, they realized they could make it perfect so it wasn't as abrasive, so you could use it every day, which means you sell extra products. Small pieces of plastic are essentially getting washed down your drain. And because they're so small, they're not getting taken up by wastewater. Washing their face, brushing their teeth with products that have plastic in, they wash it down the sink. It goes from the wastewater treatment directly into the oceans or directly into the rivers, depending where in the country you are. It can easily get mistaken for food or just swallowed accidentally by fish and whales and mussels and everything else that's in the ocean.
Our animals are precious. This world that we live on is not infinite. It's a very finite thing. There's only so much of what we have.
Sweet surrender, wipe away my despair. Grace me with another day.
Our world is always changing, constantly rearranging. From ocean depths to mountain peaks, Mother Nature moves and speaks. Listen, and in the process, stop ocean pollution.
They're all telling me, be content, it's all within. But like a well so infinite, like a river so deep,